Friends, 478 days of war. Sergei Karaganov, an honorary chairman of Russia's Council of Foreign and Defense Policy and also academic supervisor at the School of International Economic and Foreign Affairs, has said that by using its nuclear weapons, Russia could save humanity from a global catastrophe. This threat or warning cannot be taken for granted because he is one of the think tanks in Russian Federation, and such warning has also been issued by Medvedev and other important people who are part of Russian foreign policies and military planning. From the war zone in East Marinka, the Russian army launched attack on north of Marinka near Novomikhailovka and gained a foothold on the approach, while Ukrainian and Russian army both have been conducting offensive operation in west of Donetsk, but no territorial changes. In Bakhmut, limited counterattacks are continuing from both the sides. Ukraine has claimed that it has recaptured 16 square kilometers of ground during counter-attacks near Bakhmut in last 2 weeks. Russian army carried out limited ground offensive and gained some territory towards north of Bakhmut. Also, Saki-e-Vensety, which is 15 kilometers north of Bakhmut, has been recaptured by Russian forces which had fallen to Ukrainians by May 18. Russian army also carried out limited ground offensive in Ugledar direction from Velika Novosilka directions. Coming to south in Kherson direction, the Ukrainian army has been using artillery and shelling left bank of Dnieper River. They are carrying out regular reconnaissance using boats. However, their small temporary bridgehead in south of Antonovsky Bridge is dislodged by the Russian army artillery. In Zaporizhia, where counteroffensive by the Ukrainian army is continuing, it is at a slow pace. Intensity has reduced due to weather and for the want of sufficient reserves, arms and ammunition, which is being fulfilled. In Remivka direction, positional battle is continuing. Makarovka is under Russian army control, though it may be contested. In Orikho-Guliapol direction, Ukrainian army conducted reconnaissance and the positional battle continuing for Robatino to Novopokrovka and also southwest and south of Orikho, but with not any territorial changes. There is an unconfirmed report that tank battle has restarted in two directions, Orikho-Danilovka and Orikho-Tomachka. Lubkov, Ukrainian army has secured this town, and Ukrainian army also managed some gains in southwest of Novodonetsk. River analysis calculates that Ukrainian losses in counteroffensive have been close to more than 100 pieces of armored vehicles. Remember, destructions are for both the sides, though may not be in the same ratio. The destruction of men, material, economic drain of the people, losses of civilians and non-military property are huge, and at this given moment, the active area of operation continues to be Makarovka, Eurozhainoe direction. Nothing special from the north, neither nothing special on interdiction missions which are continuing as before. To sum up the present ground situation in Russian-Ukrainian war, the major counteroffensive by Ukraine at this given moment has come to a standstill, but nonetheless it has enough latent heat and is preparing for next phase of counteroffensive. As far as Russian defense oblique offenses are concerned, it continues to implement a strategic defense concept wherein seeking to bleed the enemy or have an upper hand in war attrition, which could be seen from the beginning of the war itself. Now some other information. Russian Federation de-dollarization program continues along with its friendly other countries. For an example, 80% of its trade settlement were conducted in dollars, euros and other unfriendly countries in 2022 beginning. But by the end of 2022, it fell to 48%, and as of March 2023, it is merely 30%. BRICS has latent energy enough to destroy the economic hegemony of USA and its allies. Only time will tell, but the beginning has started. That brings an end to my today's talk. Remember, the war briefs may be very interesting, but on ground it is extremely painful, destructive and murderous. Thank you.